Hey guys, Monke AU here with another video, and today we're going to be going through my UFC London predictions. Now, I know I am recording this about 3 hours before the actual event begins. I've had my predictions for a couple days now. It's just I kind of kicked the can down the road, but I'm just making this video even though no one's going to see it. Not many people would see it. I just want to make it, just to keep a record of what I think. But I'm going to be watching. I'm really excited. I'm not going to cover all the fights, but I'm going to cover the big three. The first fight, which I'm particularly interested in, Gunnar Nelson versus Kevin Holland. So yeah, this is the return of Kevin Holland back down to welterweight, and I think the fact that he's going back down to welterweight is actually going to serve him far better than how he's doing at middleweight, because obviously he's not going to be fighting with a huge weight disadvantage. He's going to be on with guys on par with him. That being said, it's hard to bet on Kevin Holland, and realistically his keys to victory here would certainly be by getting a knockout. Maybe he could get the sub, but I don't know. I think Nelson is too much of a submission threat to be subbed himself. And he's only got one knockout loss on his record. So that's also probably going to be hard to do. But then again, he's pretty old from my understanding. I think he may be like 38 or something. And he doesn't fight that often. But that being said, Kevin Holland, when it comes to his career, he doesn't really train specifics. You know what I mean? Like when he's been training to fight guys, he kind of just shows up. Like, I doubt after the Reiner de Ridder loss, he thought, all right, we're going to go back to welterweight and we're going to do specifics training against Gunnar Nelson. We're going to train how to avoid the submission threat. We're going to train slips. We're going to train blah, blah, blah. I don't think he does that. I think he's more of just a show up on the day, use the skills he already has, which is realistically just let's try avoid the takedown and let's just outstrike him on the feet and get the knockout. And I don't know if he can do it again, but then again, I really think that this is going to be a pretty tricky one to predict. I think the odds are reasonably close on this one, but Gunnar's a slight favorite, which you can't really blame them for doing because, Holland's on a losing streak. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin got this one done. He's been fighting at middleweight, which again, he's had a bad weight disadvantage. So obviously he's going to be pushed around easily by these other guys. But down at welterweight, I don't know. I think he might have a chance. I just think this is going to be pretty close, but I trust Nelson enough to get this one done by submission. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Holland got the win. And by knockout, everyone says that he's a knockout threat. Everyone knows the knockout over Joaquin Buckley and all that, but it's been a while since he actually always got on one. So, who knows? But a knockout is exactly what he needs at this time in his career. Not many people like him at the moment. And if he can get another highlight reel, people can get talking about him again. And people can remember that he's a legit guy, not just a journeyman who shows up, fights, whatever, gets it done. But yeah, will be an interesting fight nonetheless. Co-main event of the evening, Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos Ulberg. Now, I'm going to say Blachowicz by decision, and here's my reasoning. I genuinely don't think Ulberg is on Blachowicz's level. And even though Blachowicz is 42 years old, his wrestling is probably better. His leg kicks are definitely going to be better. His striking, I don't know. Obviously he's had the shoulder surgeries, which is going to be a big problem. He may not be able to throw the punches as well as he could, or at least with the same amount of power behind them. And Ulberg in his last fight against Ozdemir, he was good. I actually, when I first watched it, for some reason I thought Ulberg really didn't look that good. But then when I rewatched it, he actually looked better than I remembered. But that being said, I still don't think he's on Blachowicz's level necessarily. I think Blachowicz is going to be able to take on the onslaught from round one and probably wear on Ulberg. I think Ulberg does slow down, even in a 3-rounder, which does benefit Blachowicz. Ulberg is currently a $1.30 favorite or something, and Blachowicz is $3. So frankly, I think this is easy money on Blachowicz, especially by decision for a 3-rounder. I don't think Ulberg is going to knock him out, but Blachowicz would have to literally run into his punches, Alonzo Manyfield style, and look like a dumbass to get knocked out quickly. I don't see it happening, but maybe age is finally going to catch up to him. He is 42 and coming off some pretty devastating surgeries from what I've heard. But that being said, I'm going to go with Blachowicz. I just think over 3 rounds, he's going to be able to get a 29-28, probably lose the first round, but slowly pick it back up. Put him against the fence, get some good shots in, win the rounds, get a decision. And yeah, this is a good fight. The stare down was actually pretty sick between the two. Part of me hopes that Ulberg will win this so that we can get a fresh face in the division. But then again, who wouldn't want to see Blachowicz fight again? Regardless, either one of these guys against Yuri, I think they both lose to Yuri, but it would be an interesting fight nonetheless. Main event, Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. Now, originally, as we all know, the event was going to be Leon Edwards versus Jack Della Maddalena, Perth boy. I honestly thought that JDM was going to knock Leon out because he would have had that dog in him. And I think that's honestly the key to beating Leon. You got to want it. You got to want it really bad. And frankly, I don't know if Sean Brady has that dog in him. It's a really bad look when you're the one guy that got knocked out by Bilal Muhammad of all people. And I know he's got the Canelo hands and whatever, allegedly. Now he does. It's a really bad look. And frankly, people forget that Leon actually was pretty good back in the day. And I was like one of the only guys who called Leon was going to lose to Bilal because of that mindset at the stare downs. I remember in that exact moment, I thought, oh yeah, Bilal's got this. And I was proven right. I don't know if Brady's got that, and I really do think that, I don't want to say he's overrated, but let's be honest, who's he beat? Chiesa, old man Gilbert Burns, which, sucks to say, but it's the truth. And Kevin Gastelum, he beat Kevin Gastelum. Like, congratulations, bro. These aren't good wins. Whereas Edwards has got really good wins under his belt, like it or not. And also, it's not like Edwards is going to have to do a massive shift in the approach. I mean, it's just a wrestler with whatever hands, right? And when it comes to wrestlers with whatever hands, he's fought Colby, Usman, who did have hands, Bilal. But I think the thing that separated Bilal from the rest of these wrestlers is the fact that his threat was so aggressive, he would just pick you up and throw you down. I don't really see Sean Brady doing that. I see him pushing you against the cage, which is more like what the other guys can do. Bilal did do it, sure, but he is on a different level when it comes to the wrestling. Like I said, he'll pick you up and throw you down. I don't see Sean Brady doing that, and I don't think Leon is going to respect the wrestling that much. Even in the Bilal fight, there were moments when he took his back, and round 5, he nearly finished him. That being said, I think he's going to do enough over the rounds to get a decision and win this one and get back in the win column. Yeah, Sean Brady is also a favorite, which I'm genuinely surprised by that. I think Leon and Jan Blachowicz by decision are easy money, or at least just them by any means of victory are easy money. Most people are saying Leon Edwards is going to win as well. People do say that Sean Brady has a legitimate submission game, but come on, let's be real. I don't see him subbing Leon Edwards, But if he does, that's a very impressive win. I just don't see it happening though. People forget Leon Edwards was number 3 pound for pound in the world until he fought Bilal. And everyone knows how unstoppable Bilal is now. So I think Leon won't have as much respect for Brady, and I don't think he should, because his wrestling is not as good as Bilal, and people are mistaking Brady to be on par with Bilal, which is just not the case. So that being said, I think Leon Edwards is going to win by decision. So yeah, that just about does it for my video. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what other fights would be made after this. Who do you think the winners of these fights should face? What are the title implications, especially a welterweight and light heavyweight, and the overall thoughts on the card. And yeah, I'll be making more videos in the future. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. And I'll see you guys in the next video.